Hey everybody, my name is Trip. I just wanted to make this video to kind of get some things off my chest with how the current state of gaming is and my thoughts on it. As a whole, whenever it comes to gaming nowadays, you really have to be careful on what you say and what you do to a certain audience. What I'm stating is everyone has different preferences and everyone has different outlooks on what they want in a game. I do understand that there are certain games made for certain audiences, but with that, what I want to focus more on is like AAA developers putting in certain things in their ideologies into games that cause controversy. Now, with what I'm saying is completely my own opinion. You can have your opinion and you can disagree with what I have to say, and that's completely fine. But what I'm trying to establish is what I've been seeing here recently and what I've been notating here as far as what's happening and the way things are going. When you look at the biggest flops in gaming nowadays, it's all because people are making up excuses and they're saying that this is not what gamers want, when other companies are doing the exact same thing but better. And the best way I can really describe this is a proper way of doing things as far as like an RPG would be, like Baldur's Gate 3. You have your own adventure, you can have your own way of thinking, you can have your own way of like having with bears, or whatever your fancy is, you can do it in Baldur's Gate 3. And that game was loved upon millions of people and won Game of the Year. But then you look at games like Dragon Age Veilguard, where they are forcing and just throwing in everything they can, and they're like, hey, take this and enjoy it, and if you don't, you're a bigot. That's where I have the problem. Dragon Age, I haven't played any of them. I own all of them except for Veilguard, and I don't plan on ever buying Veilguard. But from what my brother says, and he's a huge Dragon Age fan, he says that this is nothing like what he grew up with. Like with Veilguard, it forces you to be a good guy. It forces you to not have any conflicts with any of your companions. It forces you to accept this, and that's how it is. Imagine force-feeding your child broccoli. Do you think they really want to eat that broccoli? No. So why do you think we want to be force-fed this?
Nothing but the best for Greta.
I mean, to such a degree where you have to pay people to shill for you to say, oh, this game's great. People like reviewers that are even going back and re-reviewing Veilguard after all the hype has died from it. Whatever hype it had in the first place. Even IGN had to rewrite their review on the game just because of the first person that reviewed it was non-binary, so there was a big bias towards that review. They gave it like a high praise, like a 8 out of 10 or something like that. Whenever the next person like reviewed it, they gave it like a 5 or a 4. I can't remember. But Veilguard's just one example. I can say Veilguard, I can say Concord, I can say the new Intergalactic whatever that game is, Heretic game. No one's looking at these things. No one's wanting these types of games. And I don't understand where people are, or should I say the developers, the AAA developers, are thinking that this is what we want. Or more or less, hey, scumbags, you're going to enjoy this and you're going to be force-fed this and you're going to like it. But we have the capability of saying, no, we're not doing this. You're not taking our hard-earned money. We have worked for this money, and we get to pick and choose how we want to spend it.
You have no power here.
Or hero shooters like Concord, like I mentioned. Concord did absolutely awful. 1, it was a $40 game when it should have been free to play. 2, the characters looked like dog shit. 3, the game just looked awful. like it looked like, and a lot of people have said this, it looks like a game that you would have in the background of a movie. It didn't look like a real game. And apparently that game took like 8 years to develop. And it looks awful. It plays awful. It was just bad. But yet, they're like, oh, hero shooters are dead. No one wants a hero shooter anymore. Overwatch has successfully taken that throne. But yet you have a game like Marvel Rivals that has came out and has just exceeded everyone's expectations. And it proves that hero shooters aren't dead. We just wanted something fresh, new. And granted, Marvel's not new, but it has a fresh coat of paint. It looks good. It plays good. It has the what male want in a female character. Like, we want to look good, we want to play good, we want to feel good, things like that. And that's what Rivals brings to the table. I mean, for God's sakes, even Marvel Rivals has obliterated the whole men want thin women aspect, or men want, this or that. Whenever Squirrel Girl was the #1 person that everyone liked, and she thick. Like, she thick as fuck. Thick with 3 C's, and everybody's going crazy over her. But this woke ideology, this woke pandering, this woke mindset of everyone needs to be woke, or everybody needs to be a they, them, non-binary, and pronouns and everything has just gone crazy in the video game world. I don't want to say the Gamergate word or the Gamergate term or anything like that. I just want to play fucking video games. You need to hire the best people for the best job, right? You should not hire this or that for what you believe in, your ideologies, or anything like that. You shouldn't force your ideologies, and you shouldn't force your outlook on life and how you think and how you want to do things onto others. That's force feeding. That's not how you get an audience. I can think of every reason why not to play these games, and I could be called a bigot. I shouldn't say that word, so I'm going to have to bleep that out. You get called all these slanderous things because of your mindset is different than someone else's. And that's the problem that we have today. No one just leaves each other the fuck alone. Whenever it comes to video games, the main thing you should worry about is, will this sell? Will people get behind this? Will people enjoy this? Those are the 3-4 biggest things that you need to really, really look into before you make your game. Things happen, and I understand where a game can get set back. For instance, like Skull and Bones. It didn't have any of these problems, but they had a simple job. Remake Assassin's Creed Black Flag, but multiplayer. Or its own world, where you're a pirate, you can get off your ship, you can board ships, you can fight it, you can do all that stuff, but they didn't do it. And that's a whole nother video for a whole nother discussion, because I hate Ubisoft. But do not force feed your ideologies onto anybody. You need to first look at your fan base, look at who you are basically trying to work towards. And gamers are mostly introverted, and we are mostly degenerates. Okay? So if there is a female character in a game, we would like them to look attractive. What they did with the female in Perfect Dark should be an abomination. It's an atrocity. It's awful. It's awful, awful, awful.
What the hell is even that?
Disgusting. But whenever it comes down to like the game and who is in the game and who is a part of the game and everything, you need to do your research. You need to see what you are doing wrong. If you don't see that you're doing something wrong, we will damn sure tell you that you're doing something wrong when the game comes out. Look at Concord. Look at Veilguard. Look at Skull and Bones. Look at all these flops that have happened here recently. And then look at games like Hogwarts Legacy. Hogwarts Legacy, in my opinion, was one of the last good games to come out. It was great. That's my opinion. I don't care like how you feel about the game. They even added a trans person in Hogwarts. I did not care. It was like the Bar Maiden or whatever. I don't care. I enjoyed the game. I liked going to Hogsmeade. I liked being like, my little Ravenclaw in its own little world. I like flying around on my broomstick. I like collecting all the animals. It was a fun game. And in all honesty, that was like the last game that I actually like really, really enjoyed. other than the Yakuza games, but like, you know, it's pretty hard to make me hate those. I've been playing them since the very beginning. But whenever it comes down to like making a product, you really have to look at your fan base, and you have to sit down and stop like sniffing your own farts. Just stop being like the South Park video where you sniff your own farts and you just love the like your own fragrance of fucking sniffing your own fucking farts. Now, Obsidian is about ready to release Avowed, and they already have pronouns. They're already talking about getting, like, against Elon Musk, against Trump, against Republicans, against all of us conformists, or whatever they are wanting to talk about. They're saying, yeah, fuck them, blah, blah. When you look into it, and whenever you get down to the nitty-gritty of it, you are going to see your numbers flop, because word of mouth travels far. I mean, look at Sonic, for Christ's sake. Whenever people saw how much of an abomination Sonic looked like, they took that feedback, delayed the movie, and fucking fixed it. They rechanged what he looked like, and it looks better. And now look, they're in 3 movies deep, and it's great. I might be rambling whenever it comes to this video, but I have lost friends. I have had people think of me differently because of my outlooks on games and what I expect on games, and how I would like games to just be fun again. See, whenever I mean make games fun again, what I'm saying is I'm going back and I'm replaying Fable 1, Fable 2, Fable 3, Prince of Persia, Gears of War. Right now I'm replaying the Arkham series, Arkham Knight, Arkham Asylum, Arkham City. All those games were great. Just here on the latest Steam winter sale, I got a couple indie games. I got Lollipop Chainsaw, I got Neon White, I got Squirrel with a Gun, I even got Space Marine 2, Balatro, Metaphor ReFantazio, because I've heard nothing but good things about those games. And I got them because everybody said that they are really good. They have, you know, a very defined audience, and you know, me personally, that's what attracted me to them. It's just a game just made to be fun. It's just made to, you know, please the person and make them feel, you know, I guess like a little bit of dopamine rush, you know, basically escapism, to where we can get away from all this nonsense of being force-fed this shit. And whenever February comes around, you know, the new Yakuza pirate game comes out, which I'm super excited for, and then Monster Hunter is coming out, and then I'm just going to take a back seat. I'm going to watch everything unfold. I'm going to watch all of these companies basically be, like, in other words, tarnished. Like, I don't see Shadows doing good. I don't see Avowed doing good. So, I mean, I'm just going to sit here and watch while I'm, you know, sitting over here beating the shit out of kaijus in Monster Hunter. That's just how my brain works. So I'm going to be over here, I'm going to enjoy my games, and just sit here and laugh and watch everything happen. This is my first video like this, so it's not going to be professionally made. I don't have a script, I'm just talking. And, you know, hopefully it reaches a good bit of people, maybe, I don't know. But I mean, if this is something interesting, let me know in the comments. If I'm just an idiot, that's fine. This is just how I feel. I'm just sick and tired of all of these hidden things being force-fed in my games. I'm sick and tired of the woke ideology being force-fed into my games. I have gay friends, bisexual friends, trans friends. I have gay family members. I mean, I'm just tired of this just being force-fed. I'm tired of feeling like I'm the idiot, I'm the bad guy, and I'm tired of feeling like I shouldn't be a part of the gaming community anymore, because apparently our time has passed. When really, I'm just looking for games that are fun, that are enjoyable, and I would love to make a list of games that I do enjoy, and I'd like to put them on here as like recommendations and stuff like that. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on how everything is nowadays. Hope you all enjoyed for the most part. If so, leave a like. Let me know what you would like me to touch base on here in the future, if possible. Until then, guys, see ya.